Here. In this video, I'll be sharing some cards I recently received in a swap I did, and I'm also going to share some happy mail that I've received, but from both retired products, Stampin' Up products, different things, other brands, just some fun crafty items. All right, so for this swap, I'm going to be sharing things that came out of this catalog. It's actually called the August to December mini catalog, not the July one because it came out on August 3rd. And I'm going to be sharing projects from items made from this brochure, the celebration brochure. These are things you can earn free when you make a $50 or $100 purchase at Stampin' Up. So I'm going to show you. I'll probably just start with that. That'd be fun. And if you missed my last video, I always like to tell you what I did in my last video. This is me just putting notes on cards. I did an unboxing in my last video, and in the unboxing, I shared what was called the Memories and More card pack. And here are just some little treats I made with those Memories and More cards. Okay, like here's a card I created. I created it right as I was unboxing. So these are some Memories and More cards called the Gingerbread and Peppermint Memories and More cards. I added some Wink of Stella. This is just made with a pre-made card and some stickers. And it's the little card I adhered to this, so it's a very easy card. Like the 5-minute card, it took like 5 minutes to make. And then here's something I punched out a little gingerbread man using this retired punch from the cookie cutter punch. It's a very worn out punch. But these little stickers, and by the way, that was Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper, and I just punched that right out. And then these little stickers came out of the Memories and More pack. So did these stickers here. Okay, so and it's just a kind of cookie theme, just a really fun theme. So if you missed that video, check it out. I also shared in that video a new paper called the Black. Oh my! Let me get the paper because I still have a pack I haven't opened here. Let's see. Blackberry Beauty. So I opened up this paper and I showed you all the patterns for the Blackberry Beauty. So check that out. All right, let's start with this card here. Now this set of swaps is from the Guam girls, and they're not all in Guam. I mean, they're just affiliated with Guam in some way, shape, or form. So like some mailed the cards in from Hawaii or the West Coast, and maybe they used to live on Guam or they live on Guam now. So this is a group of Guam demonstrators, fantastic group of crafters, and I'm glad they adopted me into their team. Okay, so this one here, and I'm gonna sometimes I'll just tell you their names, but maybe if it has an address on the back, I won't show you the whole thing. But this one's made by Arlene, and I wrote DD Celebration. Delicate Dahlias, right? Celebration. I haven't actually opened my swaps yet, so I'm excited to open these. I'm going to open the bags. One of them's actually a never-ending card, which is going to be fun. All right, so I wrote Delicate Dahlias page. What did I write? So I wrote page 14. So let me show you that product she used to make this, because I did a little research ahead of time. So this here is the Delicate Dahlias. It's a free stamp set you can get when you spend $100. Whereas some of the items in this celebration brochure are free when you spend $50. So this is what she used to make this stamp set. And let's look at the other colors and paper because it's really pretty. I'm thinking it's the color and contour bundle maybe with this this stitched edges here. That's what I'm thinking, right? And it looks like maybe the new color called Fresh Freesia. And I'm loving the two-step stamping. Maybe some Misty Moonlight is in there. I'm loving how she did the two-step stamping. This is that new 3/8 inch ombre ribbon. Okay, let's see if Thank You Kindly came from there too. Yes, Misty Moonlight. This is definitely Misty Moonlight. Okay, let's see if the inside also has. Oh wow, this is like the gift that keeps on giving. Look how fun the inside is. Now, I tend to make my cards naked on the inside, and sometimes I just add a little sticker, but I love how Arlene did the inside of this card and the outside too, with just without how it connects. So she used this stamp here for the outside, and this is called tone-on-tone stamping. It's a technique that I've taught on my channel. And then I like how this flower, she used one kind of stamp, and then this stamp looks like it connects up to this. So it looks like one big flower. Oh, they're all like that. How cool is that? Very cool technique. All right, so sometimes we combine things from the celebration. Sometimes you take this. Sometimes the creator took something from the annual catalog. and sometimes from the celebration brochure, like I said. So let me see. I sometimes just, I didn't research the dies, but I can actually look these up really quick. It could be Stitch. See, I always mix up. Could it be Stitch So Sweetly? See? Could it be one of these scallops Stitch So Sweetly? Or could it be that color and contour bundle? And I think the way I can tell is like if it's a really narrow type of rectangle or not. So, I mean, that's how I can sort of, yeah, see, this one. This is the color and contour bundle. So this is, or scallops contour it's called. Color and contour bundle. So this one looks like a big narrow rectangle, and this one looks more like a regular rectangle. So I'm thinking this is the Stitch So Sweetly dies. All right. Very happy so far. And let's put this, sometimes I just need to put these back in the bags, because if not, sometimes like when I do it with my team, I always forget who did what if I don't put it back in the bag. All right, so let's move along, and we'll do this one here. And we're actually going to do both of these because they're made by Nancy Tan. Nancy Tan was helping out a friend. What a great person. So another friend had an illness, and she actually helped her out and made 2 swaps because everybody was expecting to do a certain amount of swaps. So you could tell. I mean, you can't really tell. I told her I couldn't tell, but now I can tell, putting them next to each other, that this is the same person's style. Maybe, and it may be like a similar style, but really they're totally different cards made with completely different types of products. I mean, different vibes. Okay, so those are from Nancy, and I put down the page number here. So we're going to look at. It is going to be okay. I'm going to want to put the people's phone numbers here. Here. Okay, Nancy Tan. Cover that up again. Nancy Tan, right? And page 56 and page 56. All right, so. Well, so much for not putting the phone number. Okay, let's see. Don't go prank calling my friend. All right, here we go. We are going to look at these cards here. We're looking at these 2 cards. So we're going to look at this here, the Nature's Harvest Bundle. Notice, let's pull this out of the bag, because I wrote down that the specialty paper is close by on page 55. So we're on page 56 now. The specialty paper she used is on page 55. So I love how she did this with the Nature's Harvest Bundle. And I love how these dies, see the dies cut out this. And she used a bumblebee trinket from the annual catalog. And this to me looks like bumblebee. It looks like bumblebee cardstock. As far as the color goes. Now let's look at that cork specialty paper. So here's the Harvest Meadow Suite, of which this is a part of. And look at that specialty paper. You can't, I mean, you just can't even imagine how cool this is until you get it. I thought it was going to be thick when I see cork, and I thought, oh gosh, it's going to be hard to handle. Hey, I'm being honest. I thought it was going to be hard to handle, hard to cut, but I'm using this in my deluxe paper share right now, and this actually is not hard to handle, hard to cut. It's almost like, it's like paper thin cork, but then mounted onto sort of this plasticky kind of background. I love what she did with this. I love the background of this card. And then it looks like a piece of, this looks like early espresso on there. Okay, and I like the bumblebee trinket. Now this here is what she used for the other card. This is what Nancy used for the other card. It's an embossing folder I probably would never even have thought of getting, because it looks like you couldn't even make out any of the text. But check this out. And her card here, look at this. You can make out some words, right? In this, it says like here, Everload, Love, Harvest, right? You can make out a few words, which makes it even cooler. So it's called Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. Okay, Time Worn Type. And again, Nature's Harvest. So it's still the Nature's Harvest suite. And let's look at this sentiment and see if that's from the Nature's Harvest as well. I'm going to turn this page and see if from, and now we have a whole different vibe going on with the color scheme that she used. So you got over here, let's look at this, where this sentiment's from. Sending Healing Thoughts. Okay, yes, this is from that same stamp set called Nature's Harvest. And it says, sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. How cool is that? And I love how she took this little piece of twine and tied a little bow under there. This is some linen, this is like some linen thread. See, these are details that make your card look so professional. This is a heavy duty card, meaning it's like there's lots of layers going on. It actually feels heavy. I like the twine. I like the extra layers of different colors. Then there's the Misty Moonlight. This is a Peach of Nature's Harvest. So is this Designer Series paper back here. And let's see what the inside is. Okay, it's nothing on the inside, so I'll be putting some Whisper White on the inside, or Basic White on the inside of that. This is Fresh Freesia. Again, that interestingly enough, this is the same color combination from this card. This is Fresh Freesia and Misty Moonlight, and this was Fresh Freesia and Misty Moonlight. So very, very cool, Nancy. I'm telling you, I'm super impressed. And I think I have another card that she made later on in the video when I go through my Happy Mail. So Anna, I see that we are on the same time zone here. All right, so let me just do the next card. Let me do the infinity card as I say hello, because this is going to blow your socks off. The never ending card, or an infinity card. And let me just tell you where I got this from, and then I'm going to just start playing with it as I say hello to you guys, because I'm going to be able to play with this over and over. It's like one of the kinds of cards you can't put down once you figure out what to do with it. And it's the Sweet Stockings. Here, I wrote the page. Sweet Stockings, page 30. Okay, let's see. I'm going to see who made this one. This had to be Mandy. I think it was Mandy. All right. I'm not even sure where the name is on this card. Okay, so let me say hello to some of you guys, and let me also play with this card. So hello, Janet from California, and Anna, catching me live. Cool. Sherry, liking the cards. Good. Sherry. Yvonne. No, you're not late, Yvonne. We just started going over. I've only done, this is my 4th card, Yvonne, so you're not late. Unless you missed the beginning cards, but that's okay. Just go back. Jen loves the cork paper. Frida, hello. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let's just do some of these. Okay, we're going to go. We're going to do this. Okay. Is that fantastic or what? So it's called the Never Ending card because it never ends. I don't have to do anything. I'm not moving. I'm not moving the video camera. I'm not doing anything. It just never ends. You just keep on unfolding it. Is that fantastic or what? So if you're wondering, like, could you use a scan and cut to make the score lines? I don't recommend it because the scan and cut, oops, I did get a little cut, got a little jammed up. There we go. I don't recommend the scan and cut because this is, you want to use heavy duty Stampin' Up! Cardstock and make the score lines with a scoring tool, a scoreboard, because you don't want to make perforated lines. Perforated lines make things weaker. And so I just say recommend, you know, scoring. And then you train the paper to be folded, and you can do this with a piece of cardstock. I learned how to do it in one of my other ones. They did this one. One of my other swaps. All right. So let's keep going. Awesome, awesome card. And when I do a tutorial on this again, or when I show this again, I had the measurements last time. I'm going to do this one of my upcoming videos, and then I will give credit to the right person, because I'm going to make sure, because it's no name on it, because you can't put your name on it, because there's no place to put your name, because there's really no back of the card, no front of the card. It's just a never-ending card, right? But this is using the Sweet Stockings bundle of super fun, happy stuff. All right, so now let's do, while we're on these colors, let's just do Painted Christmas next. Painted Christmas, because here I have something made from Painted Christmas. While we're looking at traditional colors here, with the red and greens. Love it. Love it. Why did I write page 55? You know what? Something got stuck on there. That's not page 55. I knew Painted Christmas wasn't on page 55. I was like, where did page... Oh my goodness. 18. Because I'm like, I know this catalog pretty much like the back of my hand by now. And I'm like, why am I going to the back of the book? Okay. So this is Painted Christmas. I'll show you sometime, Sherry. I really need to do a tutorial on each card. I need to case every card. They're so fun. All right, so for this piece, and I'll do this one next because they both feature bedazzling paper. So I'll show you the bedazzling paper in a minute. But for that's where this piece is. It's a piece of free celebration paper called bedazzling. But this one, the suite, as far as the suite goes, this is called the Christmas season bundle. Or actually, this one has the dies. That's where this came from. And then the paper itself is called Painted Christmas because it's part of this mega suite here. All right, let's see if we can go back. Painted, is it on this page? Here we go. Painted Christmas suite. See? Painted Christmas suite. And you can see the coordinating colors. I did something with that recently. Let's grab out mine. I did one of these. Here's something I just made with that same suite. And I also made some other things with it, with this suite. If you missed that, it was a couple of videos ago. So while we're talking about Painted Christmas suite, I did this with the Painted Christmas suite. And I just showed how to make these in my Ink It Up series. So if you missed them, and then this is using Thinking, Thanks, and Peace. This part is from the Painted Christmas suite. These pines. This part, but not this part. This part is called Thinking, Thanks, and Peace. This part is Expressions in Ink, Designer Series paper, but the Holly Jolly Christmas. That's where that came from. So if you missed that video, go ahead and check that out. That's part of this one here, Painted Christmas Suite as well. Okay, so just fantastic. Let's open up Sandra's card. This is Sandra's card. The page is kind of blurry. That means your thing is buffering. If you're okay, Sandra, I was making sure there's no phone address. If the video is buffering, it gets blurry. But later we watch the video again, then it will not be it won't buffer. It'll be uploaded because it's uploading from my slow internet in bits and bytes, and it won't stream very carefully. But then when later, it'll come out better. All right, so I like how she used a crumb cake background. This is Sandra, used a crumb cake background, and I like her personalized stamp too. She used these new holly leaves. These are gold leaves. They're right here. They're super elegant, so I like how she just added a touch with the gold leaf. She used, this looks like cherry cobbler ink. She used the seasonal labels dies. That's these seasonal labels dies. She used, looks like garden green here because garden green is one of the coordinating colors. Cherry cobbler for the holly. Another piece of garden green. Piece of designer series paper. A background of possibly real red. That looks like real red. So fantastic card, Sandra. Thank you very much. Awesome. And now we're going to do this card next because it has, and this is Becky, Celebration and BB44. What did I write BB44 for? Blackberry Beauty, probably I wrote. Blackberry Beauty. So she used the Blackberry Beauty suite. Now we weren't able to get, now the demonstrators, because we just did the swap last week, or earlier this week. No, was it earlier this week? I don't remember, but it was very recent. We did the swap. Now, we were not able to get this designer series paper until August 4th. They didn't even sell it to us because it came in late. So what she used, and it does look like the designer series paper because there's actually some owls on the designer series paper. What she used is called an ephemera pack. So Becky, who made this card, used this pack of ephemera. See? So I think each of her swaps were slightly different because you might get like 2 owls in there. And we were only able to order 2 packs of ephemera. When you're a demonstrator, one of the benefits is being able to pre-order, but we weren't able to pre-order that much stuff. But I love what she did with it. I love how she used the Blackberry Bliss ink here. I love how she did that. Now let's see where this one came from. This looks like ephemera too. Or maybe that was already on there. Or maybe she stamped that on there. But then she wrote, May the good you do come back to you. Oh, I love it. And this is Blackberry Bliss. This here is Blackberry Bliss, this paper. And then Celebration page 3. So let's look at Celebration page 3 for, that is where the bedazzling specialty paper came from. Super cool. And that's a free item when you spend $50. All right, wonderful. Look at this gold trim here, page 4, or number 4 on page 45 says gold shimmer ribbon. That's nicer than I thought. I didn't buy that ribbon because I thought it was going to be, I didn't know it was going to look like that. So that's kind of cool to get to see the ribbon in action. All right, so nice job, Becky. Let's put this back in a bag. Let's put this one over here. And we're going to do these next. We'll do these ones next because they're made with a similar stamp set. I'm just going to let you look at those for a second. And I'm trying to find the bag this card goes in, but I can't find the bag, but it's okay. Oh, maybe it came in an envelope is why. Yes, Becky had to mail me hers. She had to mail me hers. Okay, so that's why it came in an envelope. Now this one, I wrote down what this one was made. Page, let's see, 32. And this one was made by Mercedes, and this one was made by Melinda. Okay, so the one that's the Cajun Craze cardstock is made by Mercedes, and this one is made by Melinda. Both on page 34, or 32, sorry. So we're going to, this is what they use for this. This is a fantastic stamp set. Okay. Look at that. Is that fantastic? This is called Delivering Cheer. Delivering Cheer. I love the Wink Estella on the skirt. This looks like Evening Evergreen Blends to me, because this is Evening Evergreen cardstock. To you and yours from our family. Okay. I'm not sure where that one came from, but that's cool. But I know this is this one. See, the gifts and the skirt. And I love her use of 3D ribbons here and twine and wrap that around the skirt. Sending Christmas love and cheers from right there. I'm not sure where this little label is from, but I love the embossing on the label. She must have an embossing mat. And I'm loving this here. This is a papaya, a pale papaya. This looks like copper, and the texture 3D embossing folder. So just fantastic, right? Fantastic. Evening Evergreen. So, okay, Melinda. Top-notch card, Melinda. See, I told you the Guam girls are super, super crafters. The head of the group is Sandra, who I showed you her card earlier. She's been a demonstrator for over 25 years and would be like the head, or I won't say head, we'd call them like upline. Mostly everybody's upline, meaning the one whose team they joined. But I got adopted because I already had an upline when I got here. Okay, so this is the one from Mercedes, who had the most fantastic nails. You should have seen her nails. She spent a few hours getting her nails done. She's like, sorry I'm late. Got my nails done. They were gorgeous. But this, I love what she did here with the beautiful skirt. And she took the paper from the Sweet Stockings Designer Series paper and she cut it out. So she stamped onto the paper. Stamp onto the Designer Series paper, Sweet Stockings, and then cut it out. And isn't that a cool thing for a skirt? A cool pattern? Okay, warming thoughts to you this season. And it looks like she did a little drop shadow on there with two colors. Maybe that's Pear Pizzazz. I mean, look at the cool drop shadow. And I like this little embossing going on. And then there's nothing on the inside, but that's super cool. All right, top-notch cards again. Let's put those. So again, these are called Delivering Cheer. And they remind me, oh, I hope this tape doesn't get on that Designer Series paper. These Delivering Cheer cards remind me of something I saw in the annual catalog with that same skirt, or that same, not really skirt, but like the same bottom of a dress where you don't see the top of the person. There's almost something like that in the other. Okay, let's see what's in this one. This one got mailed to me because she wasn't here. This was Eva's. Page 18, I wrote page 18. I think we had, this is another one from the Painted Christmas. Dun, dun, dun. This is a fun fold card. Here it is. Yeah, this is back to Painted Christmas. Look at this fun fold. Doo, doo, doo. I love these kind of fun folds. So I'm going to stand that up. Isn't that great? So it's a work of art. So when you get a card like this, you just give it to somebody and it's like a gift that they can stand up on their mantle, put it up, on their mantle for Christmas and on their table, on their shelf. See, so it's really fun. There are those acorns, like the kind I made from that I was showing you earlier. There's those little acorns. So I like that. That's really nice touch. And look at the little pine needles. So you can actually take that background. I don't know if I showed you just now my whole background, but this background from the Painted Christmas Suite, this background die, and you can just use little elements of it. So I love how she did that, and I just want to show you the whole background. I haven't been able to use it as a background. It's just too much for me, but I did make a card background, but I'm planning on cutting it into many pieces. But I like how she did this. I like how there's just like one acorn, right? And then one little piece of the thing. So this could be, I was thinking 3 cards, but it actually could be many more than 3 cards. when you look at a card like this. So I love this fold. Let's see where she got the Merry Christmas from. It's from this one, Christmas to Remember. I do have that stamp set. Pretty sure it's right over here, Christmas to Remember. So cool. Cool beans, cool beans. And then this is the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper. This is a very easy fold. All right, cool. Oh, look at that. How fun is that? Did you notice that? I didn't notice that in the inside. But there are more pine needles and another. And I don't mean acorn, pine cone. Pine cone. I keep calling them acorns. Pine cone, right there. There's a pine cone in there. And I like the little stitch die. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, the next cards and gifty come from Jackie, page 50. Okay, Jackie gave us a little treat each, and she did the Halloween theme, which I love because mine was Halloween themed too. So this is from the cute Halloween suite. And she used some dies from the annual catalog. Let's take this out and show you what I mean. Look at that fantastic boo with the Google eyes. Super fun, Jackie. And then it's just black. It's black cardstock, paper, pumpkin pie cardstock here. Cute Halloween Designer Series paper. This is cute Halloween Designer Series paper too. And I haven't opened up my treat yet. All right, there's a little staple in there. That's kind of cool just to have to, because I've seen these treats made with like little staples, but I've also seen them made where you could tie it with like twine on it. All right, we're going to try to do this without my hand bleeding. Okay, when you get a staple, you got to be careful. I want to open my treat. And then I'll show you my card. My card that here. While I'm trying to open my treat, that's the card that I swapped. So for my card, this is me. I used picture this. Here, actually, here. I wrote all the products I used on mine. Picture this dies. Cute Halloween Designer Series paper. Okay, so that's what I used for my swap. Now, all mine were different because okay, I got the ribbon off. I should have just slid it off sideways. I don't know why I wasn't, no, what I was thinking, right? I should have slid it off. Oh, Werther's. I love these. Love. So you could fit, just to give you an idea of how you can, oh, I like that because the treat was on this is smoky slate ribbon, it looks like. And then the trick or treat was on the ribbon itself. Super cute little bag, right? It's actually a bag, but you're going to use the same concept I've teach you to make boxes. But you're going to be, the way that it's like the same concept of making a bottom of a box, but it's just tall, right? And then you the way that you score the sides a little bit or pinch the sides turns it into a little bag. Love that. All right. Now let's show you the rest of my Happy Mail. Oh no, here's someone so Sandra, who is in charge, I told you how when we have our swap, we met up and Sandra, who's like the one who's most of the people in this group's upline, she made us each a treat, and she used that cork paper I showed you, that specialty cork paper, to put our initials on each of our treats. So hello lovely, and then she put our initial, and then she used the Wildcat's oh fun, and she put some chocolate in there. Super cool. So these are just gift ideas, ways to make your packaging more elegant, cute little candies, right? Gave us each a little treat, so just gives you ideas. I hope you're inspired by what you saw. Those were just some of the many cards I have. I have this other pile of cards that I was given as part of my Happy Mail, and a couple other cards I'm going to show you from my actual mail. Let's do these first. Let's do the actual mail first, because okay, this one was Mandy. Mandy sent me this card, and I don't remember which die she used, but it's very inspirational. That looks almost like the Quiet Meadow in the background. And this was some neat dies. I think that was from our last catalog, the one that ended in June. Because these are like little holes in there. So there's like a piece of Designer Series paper. Looks like Bumblebee in color Designer Series paper. Little holes in it. Okay, so that's nice. She also decorated the envelope. Okay, she decorated the envelope and she sent it. Very cool. Okay, now let's see. This one is from my sister. And this is super cute. Let's see what my sister put inside. I think she gave me that little Oh, this is so funny. I'm going to cover up the message, but it's so funny how she gave me. Now, 2 people have got me this die now that I said I lost it on. So actually, I need to take out this little die. This was way. It's not my birthday now. It was way back in May, but she'd given me this card a while back when I was on the incentive trip. But I forgot to show it to you, and I need to take this out and use this for Halloween because I lost my spider out of my cute treat boxes last year. But look how she did. Look how my sister, who's very crafty, did this. She put a little pin here. This is an actual pin and of a sea star. So I thought that was fun. I love Happy Mail. Okay, and then I want to thank. Before I get into this last Stampin' Up! Happy Mail, I want to thank my team member Penny, who sent me this really cool Happy Mail. And what I thought I'd do with this, she sent me some of the papers are lipstick, some are Stampin' Up, some are not Stampin' Up, but she sent me all these really cool, what is it called? Cool bling and little things to use on my crafts, which I love because I'm always trying to do last minute crafts. She knows how much I love butterflies and snowflakes, and I'm always trying. She saved me a lot of time because she knows I'm always like throwing things together to make like little, like the things I showed you earlier, the things I made with the. I'm always making these little pouches, and these are just great to just kind of decorate them with. So thank you, Penny. And here's what I thought, Penny. And there's all this paper here, and ribbons and all. I thought what I would do with it, and I'm going to show you guys something. I don't know if you guys saw these. I got these on Amazon. I'll put a link later, but I don't know. I'm not sure how quick I can put the link, but these are things I give out a lot. Like I gave them to my In Color Club, and I gave them to like different people. Like when I do prizes. Look at these. So I thought that paper would go great with this. These are lipstick pens. Okay, lipstick pens. And I thought that when I saw this paper, I said, oh, super cute. I'm going to decorate the toppers of these. So I do mostly use Stampin' Up! Products, but I appreciate any crafty stuff because I use it. I mean, I have, before all this craziness happening to our world, I was having craft club with some kids, but not lately. I haven't been doing in-person stuff as much. All right, so now finally my upline sent me these. So she sent me a bag of crafty goodness. Her name's Hattie. So Hattie is one of the teams I belong to is the Beehive, and she leads the Beehive. And she sent me a bucket of crafty goodness, a package. Some of them got a little bent up, and this looks like the color and contour bundle, and this looks like the ink. What's it called? I already forget the name of it. Hand penned. That's not ink. It's called hand penned, and that's part of the annual catalog. Okay, so very happy for you. And then this one was part of our catalog it's still around. These suit and tie these dies are still around, but I think this one was something that was in our catalog that ended back in June. Ice Cream Corner Suite. You're so cool. So these are just such fun cards that she sent me. Treat yourself. This looks like it could be Purple Posy, a recently retired color. And this was my favorite suite. It probably still is my favorite Designer Series paper, but even though it's already retired. It's at Whale of the Time is a close second. But this one, Snail Mail, it's just called Snail Mail, and it recently retired, and it's like I stocked up on that paper before it retired. Super, super fun. And that's Blushing Bride, and she did a couple cards with that. You snailed it. So this was several months of just little incentives that she sent me all at once. Little incentives where she sent me embellishments and cards all at once. And she sent this one too. So I will show you some of the crafts that came in that Happy Mail. Thank you, Hattie. This is Gilded Leafing. Gilded Leafing is a really fun. I'm not sure if it's already sealed. I already have one that's open. If not, yeah, look at that. Is that fun? So you use heat and stick powder. You don't need to heat this up. The powder, you heat up the heat and stick. You heat up this powder, and I'm not even sure if we still sell the heat and stick, but you can probably use Versamark or something. You heat it up, and then you add this Gilded Leafing and rub it off, and you can make your own foiling, which is pretty cool. She sent this embossing, shimmery white embossing paste with some palette, what are they called? Palette knives. some all the trimmings embellishments. Some of the stuff I'm showing you retired, but still, nonetheless, I'm just as excited about it. In fact, even more when I can't get it anymore. Even more excited. I love Memories and More cards. These are World of Good Memories and More cards. These are adhesive back snowflakes. Okay, I see Sherry saying good night. Good night, Sherry. I'm almost done anyway. I'm just showing my last of my Happy Mail. Ornate Garden Ribbon Combo Pack. That was, if it's not already still on clearance, which it was on clearance recently, it's definitely retired. And then this one was called Blackberry Bliss Ribbon. And this one, Seaside Spray. Okay, so thank you, Hattie, for all this awesome Happy Mail. Just let me sum up by showing you these again. And just kind of, we'll play with this one on the way out as I thank you all for coming. And just see if I didn't get to say hi to all of you, but I'm happy that you came. And I just want to thank you for watching. I hope you're inspired by all these different card ideas and that you'll tune in when I show how to make some of these. And we'll case some projects. It'll be lots of fun. This was Sweet Stockings. You can imagine how fun it is to either, you know, to showcase the designer series paper and to like use different products from the holiday catalog to coordinate together in the way that they do. It's just a really, really fun thing to do. And imagine giving this to someone and like how they're going to feel when you spend the time to make these kinds of things. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed my swap projects. This is the Papered Chef. Have a good evening.